Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwarash. Double honors unto my apostles and others, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akiyamness out here pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom to you all. Shalom to you sincere sisters that are out there as well. Back at it again. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and informative. One of the main subject matters that should be always spoken on that I sometimes, don't speak on enough, honestly, is the MOTB, which we believe through faith and through, honestly, common sense at this point, is the RFID chip, all right, which is going to bring about as we're going to speak on in this lesson, a cashless society, okay? Now, me, right now, I'm on my way to work. I work downtown, within all the, if you're not from here, if you're from here, you know what I'm talking about. Around the State Farm Arena area, Mercedes-Benz, dealing with different events and concerts and sports. And I'm gonna say it like this: there is no parking. There's no parking. And Apostle Tahar spoke on this the other day, and I was like, "Dan, as a spirit, I'm gonna do a lesson on that." There's no parking downtown or around the arenas, quote, legally. Now, if somebody is offering cash parking in 2025, it's illegal. All right? There is no paying for parking with cash anymore. Nobody's going to machines and collecting coins. All right? It's collecting quarters and nickels and dimes and dollar bills and shit like that. That's not happening no more. These I don't even know what's the word I want to use. These jobs, these companies, everything is pushing towards a touchless, biometric-based society. Getting into parking decks. All right, everything now, it went from a point where you had to explain to people what a QR code is to everything has a QR code. Pull out your camera, scan it, to get into buildings, get into parking decks, pay for things. It's all becoming touchless. Tap here. So again, this is all pushing towards a cashless society. That's one element of the New World Order. Okay? That's just what it is. And you got these what they're called, as I'm pretty sure you should be familiar with at this point. This is not a new term at this point, but 15-minute cities. Right? And the concept of it all is everything is within 15 minutes of your home. That's why, I don't know, if you don't live in a major city, you probably don't see this. But if you live in any of the major cities within America, what do I mean? Atlanta, Miami, hell, Jacksonville, even your smaller major cities as well. I don't want to call them a major, but these major metropolitan areas are all moving with the same agenda, the same programming, same developers, same developments. All of these cities. That's all I said. So, your Atlantas, your Miamis, your New Yorks, your Houstons, your Dallases, your LA's, San Francisco's, your Seattle's, Chicago. These major corporations are coming in and moving with a purpose, with an agenda. And one part of that agenda is going cashless. That's a major part of it. The future is not cash and coins. It's digital. Even the digital IDs, everything, all of this stuff is going to there needs to be a digital platform before they can move into basically implementing that mark. That's the end game. The mark, which is the RFID chip, is really going to tie everything in together. It's going to tie it all in one. It's going to link every bit of everything that we're speaking on all together. See, a lot of these restaurants here in Metro Atlanta or Atlanta in general, they're cashless. There's plenty of restaurants that they've never stopped that. They're cashless. They don't deal with cash. Hell, like I said, my job is cashless. We don't accept cash. Like, no cash. That's why I said in the realm of events, these stadiums, the entertainment, the valet. Even with valet, this modern approach to valet, see, when you think of valet and that energy, you think of an ancient way of, them giving the bellboy or whatever you call it, the bellsman, a few quarters or a few nickels or a dollar or something, right? They don't even the way even valet collect their tips is through, it's digital. It's not cash. It used to be valet with you because most people don't carry cash anymore. So how do you give your valet a tip? Oh, that's it. Your valet at these new hotels, they have their own little account, and the tips go into that, and it's already on a bank account. There is no, you get what I'm trying to say? They're removing the use of cash out of the society, and it's been happening. But these new developments, these new apartment buildings, these new hotels, these new entertainment centers, they're not going about this with the approach of what was happening 30 years ago. Cash registers. They're pushing forward. Okay? Everything is moving towards a digital approach. Everything is. Your ID. Here in my state, I'm not sure about every state, but a lot of our states in America, you could download your ID on your phone. You could have a digital copy of your ID on your phone, and that's just as good. You could show the police. You could show, when you go get liquor, buy alcohol. That's where they're moving to. The Internet of Things. Everything's in a computer database. See, all this other stuff allows room for liberty and freedom. See? Having cash. They don't like the idea that you could spend your cash on things and there's no trace. They're not tracing. They can't trace what you did with that money. They don't like that. They want absolute control and power over the people. And cash is really one of the last standing points of freedom in America, if you want to, if you would say. But see, what's going to end up happening before they can truly make it where the MOTB and this digital, because see, like Apostle Tahar says, if you just watch the digital ID and CBDC is not the MOTB. You're not condemned for using CB. Oh, 144. All praise Yahweh Shemi Awashai. You're not condemned for using CBDC or digital money and cryptocurrency. That's not the mark. That mark is when you can't buy and sell without it, which is going to be the implementation of that RFID CHIP. Once that's implemented, then you'll see you can't buy and sell. But they're putting the crunch, they're squeezing it, they're forcing you down a road. This is social engineering. See, you got to see it like, think about think about iPhone headphones. Remember when the phone first came out and they had the headphones with the wire, right? It took a while for them to get people to go to Bluetooth headsets, wireless headsets. People resisted. But see, in Esau's mind, when you're dealing with the subject matter of social engineering, he can't allow you people to basically, oh, come on now. He can't allow you people to like slow or stagnate growth in the name of you just not wanting to change. He's going to force the change. It's going to be forced upon you. You're going to be squeezed in a corner. He's going to make it extremely uncomfortable to not have it, to not do it. That's where we're heading to. All right? These people, they have an agenda. A lot of you are still, you don't want to accept the fact that that's the agenda, because it would mean a lot of you are wrong. It means a lot of you in your approach and how you, and people have been warning you of this. You don't want to admit that they were right. A lot of you are just going down and riding this train to the very end because you're just stubborn and hard-headed and don't want to admit that you were wrong. This is happening. Paper currency is becoming extremely obsolete. It's over with. The next thing, that's what I was going to say, is you're going to see Trump's going to make it, because see, it's actually paper money and coins are still legal tender, right? But then once you see them making it illegal tender, then, oh yeah, this is the things that you got to witness and see. Oh yeah, we're in those times. This is it. That money change is happening. All right. But a lot of people, like I keep saying, reiterating, the point of it is a lot of people can't see that and accept that as a truth because they're so tied in with the system, and all they've ever wanted was to hold up a obnoxious amount of money to their ear. They want to make a money phone. So no, money can't be over because it can't be over until I do a money phone. See? The simplicity. How long will ye simple ones love simplicity? A lot of Jake's heart's desire is that money doesn't go away, is because they want money. They want this paper. They want these they want these ones, these fives, these tens, 50s, 20s, 50s, and hundreds. They want that. They've made their whole personality around getting it. They value, they love money. They love money. So fuck no, this society can't go cashless. What are you talking about? Not until I get some money. That's the attitude. That's the approach. They don't see the uncleanliness of it. They don't see that it's always been fake. It's not real. It's monopoly money. We only use it because you believe it. Because you people still believe in it. You still kill about it. You slave yourself out for it. Think about it. This society only probably has maybe another year max. Maybe I'm just estimating of dealing with dealing with actual paper currency. We're at the end of this. I'm not going to say this is where you got to really put your patient hat on and be, and look at it. Unless they do something drastic, if they just continue doing this slowly weaning people off effect. See, that's why old people, that's why even the Lord says it. The Lord is not really dealing with old people. And Esau, the so-called white man in his government, is not dealing with old people. Old people are not part of the next phase. A lot of old people don't comprehend these concepts, and this devil's not about to wait for y'all. He's not trying to bring you into it. He's just waiting for you to just go away, to die, and that's what I mean by go away. That's just the truth. It's too much of an adjustment, and he knows that just as much as the Lord said it. You don't put new wine in old bottles. This bullshit that we're dealing with in this world, this is all new. This is new wine. This is even new wine. This is new philosophy. Being able to hold your phone over the next man's phone and make a payment that's new philosophy. That's new wisdom. You understand? Like, this is where we are. Like, a lot of old people aren't going to be able to make the adjustment. All right. So again, we're in a crucial time. We're in a critical times. Scriptures say that this devil knoweth that he have but a short time. He's not about to just continue to drag his feet, but at the same time, if we're just dealing with this patiently, we're dealing with this we're dealing with this from a sense of like, all right, let's look at this. We probably got less than 2 years of money. And I hope it's way less than that, like something drastic happens. But the way that they're slowly, gradually decreasing it. The amount of banks, the amount of ATMs, cash back, cash registers. Go in Walmart. When you go, it used to be when you went to the self-checkout in Walmart, you just went to a register. Fuck it, right? Because the other ones were closed, the ones with people checking out. So the self-checkout, you just went to whatever. Man, now have cash and go in Walmart. I got cash. They're going to ask you got cash or card? You got I got cash. Stand over here. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait for that one register. They might have seven or eight self-checkouts. Right? But only one of them is cash. 2 of the 10 are cash. That they are making it incredibly more difficult to move with cash, to have cash. You think that's a coincidence? That's not a coincidence if you believe it is. That's by design. Like I said, remember the example of the headphones, the wired headphones. Everybody for the years, we all had it. Wired headphones. Connected the headphones directly to the phone or the music source, right? Then out of nowhere, everything became Bluetooth speakers, Bluetooth wire headphones. And I was one of those people. I'm like, man, I don't want to do that shit, man. You gotta go through all the trouble of connecting it to your you be kind of a grumpy old man when it comes to things. That's how they understand that technology wise. That's why the push to the 4th industrial revolution it's gonna come with pressure. It's about to come down with pressure because people don't want to change. People don't want to change. People prefer the old way. Why I gotta change, man? Just leave it the way it is. That attitude. See? Like I said, I just got downtown. I'm about to cut this off. But just even when I'm down here, I'm looking at everything. I'm like, everything. It's like, think about paying for parking on the street. Remember parking meters? There's only but a few parking meters at this point. That's, the old school, you put a quarter in it type of situation, or you put your quarters and your dimes. You put your, anything but a penny, quarters, nickels, dimes. Right? Those machines don't last. Those machines aren't around anymore. Now it's just put your card in. On every level. Like I said, I don't know about other cities, but I tell you, here in Atlanta, the homeless have signs with cash apps on them. Think about, this is where we are. The homeless have to adjust to the fact that there's less cash out here, because how do they collect? How you gonna give them a $1 or a $2 bill if there's no $1 and $2 bills? They're even having to adjust to a cashless society. The homeless out here be having signs with their cash app on it. Because why? They have phones. A lot of these homeless people, they get phones through these different programs through the government, which you've probably seen if you've ever gone to certain grocery stores, Family Dollars. You'll have people in the front of them sometimes trying to, hey, man, you want a free phone? A lot of homeless got free phones. And on them phones, they're able to take cash app payments. This is the future. See, the homeless, they gonna have to take the chip too. That's why the scriptures say for rich or poor, free or bond. Just as much as the rich is gonna need that mark to be able to deal with money and stuff like that in business, so is the poor. How the poor gonna be able to get money in any capacity? I'm just saying. Next thing you know, you're going to be able to put your hand over the... That's where this world is supposed to be going. You're going to put your hand over the homeless. You spare a Americoin or whatever the fuck the coin is. Here. They're going to put your hand... Beep, 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 beep. They're going to wave their hand over the homeless man or woman's hand. Here's five coins. Bleep, 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 bleep. Thank you. This is where the world is going. But people are so outdated with their programming, their software. These people's software is so outdated that they can't even recognize what's actually happening around them. See, white people, they come to these events and parking and stuff like that. They're so advanced with the programming and the computers and all of this shit. They already, here, I have it. Here's my QR code. You can scan right here. Thank you. Niggas, you don't take cash? Damn. No, nigga. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, niggas is so outdated because niggas just think the world is just the way that they want the world to be. They don't grow with the world. Give me 1 second. All right. So I'm about to close up here in a second. But like I said, this society, man, that's the squeeze. That's the true squeeze. They're going to make it cashless it's going to affect the rich and the poor. And then everybody in between is just going to get in place. If you middle on the poor side, you're going to get the effects of it. If you're middle class on the richer side, then you'll get the effects of that. That's all that's going to happen. All right? Rich or poor, like the scriptures say. Free or bond, rich or poor. That's the attack. And everybody in between is just going to scatter accordingly. All right? Hey, so with that, I'm going to close this up. I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Korash. Double honors unto my apostles, and elders, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim. Shalom.